Government has been previously lambasted for ignoring the events sector when it comes to relaxing lockdown regulations. But yesterday, the sector received some good news after the president announced that both indoor and outdoor venues could now take up to 50% of their capacity, provided that the criteria for entrance at the venues is proof of vaccination or a COVID-19 test not older than 72 hours. Let's get reaction from Sharif. He's an events manager and freelance technical director. Always good to see you, Sharif. Much welcome news for you.
Good afternoon, Dido, and to the viewers. Yes, very welcomed news. It is a great day for us. I think my phone hasn't stopped since the announcement has been made, just finding out a few of the facts and that surround the new regulations, but all been met with great excitement, Dido.
Let us in on the phone calls. What are people saying?
So obviously 50% is great, and they want to know how does the social distancing work and the vaccination work, and just giving them guidelines on how it works with the EVDS system with the National Department of Health. And then obviously working closely with the Department of Sport and Arts and Culture. The Minister, I believe, is planning a sector engagement over the next day or two just to guide us and talk us through everything that we want to try and achieve now that we're opened up to 50%, still bearing in mind that we still have a pandemic on our hands, and that we need to be cognizant of that on how we roll out the events. But having said that, the phone calls have been met with great excitement that we can now get back to some form of work. Many people obviously are understanding that it's not going to happen overnight where we can get back to pre-COVID times. But now, after 2 years, we have a great start to do.
And what of news of requiring for entrance a vaccination certificate or a PCR test?
So obviously the PCR test, the antigen test, does come with some form of certification that allows you within 72 hours to make use of that facility to enter, whether it be a plane or whether it be a business event, a live event, or a sporting event. When it comes to your vaccination, you obviously have your digital vaccination certificate, which the way the National Department of Health has put it together can be scanned by using an app that is on most smartphones, or that can be downloaded to most smartphones and be used to verify on entrance whether you are vaccinated or not. So yes, it's going to be a slightly tedious system to go through, but at the end of the day, we will be allowed access back to our stadia, our conferences and exhibitions and live events. We've just got to now plan accordingly around it, because as I say again, no matter what, we still live with a pandemic and we need to be conscious of it. And the eventing system under the SASRI Act makes provisions for this, and all the municipalities around the country, the city jocks, I'm sure, will put procedures in place to assist many in our sector. But yeah, that's where we are on the vaccination, and we welcome it because we want people to enjoy themselves peacefully when they're sitting in a theater, when they're sitting in a live concert, to know that they're sitting around people that are pandemic free.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if you are aware of this, I don't know whether to call it a fad or a phenomenon, where people are selling fake COVID-19 certificates, vaccination certificates. How much of a problem do you perceive that this will be for the industry, given that now the onus is on you to make sure that people prove that they are vaccinated or they have a negative COVID-19 test?
So I'm going to speak bluntly on this, and it's not something that we're not have not experienced before. Unfortunately, there have been times pre-COVID where people wanting to get into an event would produce a fake ticket that they bought from an outlet, whether it be CompuTicket or web ticket or what have you. But by virtue of scanning that ticket will immediately say whether it has been duplicated or recreated or is a copy. But unfortunately, from an eventing component, we are not in a position to arrest the person or do anything untoward. It is just a matter of now getting the police or the VOC commander at that event involved, and they will address the situation should we find it. I suppose it's also incumbent on each individual to have good conscience behind them. Why would you want to come to an event that where you are not vaccinated and where you have not been tested, and with the possibility, God forbid, of trying to infect other people around you. So, it's a matter of good communication and marketing from the eventing sector to go out to speak that way. Likewise, through the Department of Sport and Arts and Culture to recommend and speak in the same vein to do. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to try and control, but there are mitigating circumstances where we can try and assist to make sure that everybody that does come through has a legal document.
A happy Sharif Baker, an event manager and technical director today. Thank you very much. Always good to see you.